So let's talk a little bit about the lanes. I think mid lane we have mentioned, but what about the side lanes? Are there gonna be kills? Are there gonna be fights? How's it gonna look?
So top lane is gonna be... Oh, never mind. Mid lane.
He's dead. There's absolutely no chance that Kordan is actually living through this. The body blocks are gonna be amazing, and the line doesn't even want to be doing anything with that. Co7 gets an easy kill. If he's going to be doing anything with that, or it's just gonna be and no, there's the full orb of corrosion. I like the new orb of corrosion. 3 armor is actually pretty cool.
It should also build Scotty for, like, it feels like, oh, top lane, there is a bit of problem for Taiga, and it's gonna be second blood. No, never mind.
Is it? He's fat. Okay, he's not fat enough. Masaros died as well. So Irving, if he dies, it's not going to be too bad. But now it's catastrophic. JaCkky's in a lot of trouble as well. Has the sticks. Look at that Drow Ranger. Just trying to get into the tower. Extra armor. The slow on the line. Is it enough? No, it's not. It's another one. Bleed are getting dismantled. Because they lose 3 heroes around the map. Sure, you lose the Marcy. Who cares about a Marcy?
Right now, I feel like Team Bright, they're just more prepared. They're more warmed up. And now in the bottom lane, Ulu, they're going for
He's not going anywhere. They're going and they're getting it. Sure, he uses the veil. There's going to be some solid damage. He doesn't even get the stun off, and he's just being kicked, smashed, and hit in the face, which in the end will result in his death. And these rotations for supports are amazing. While Taiga, he went to steal the rune and did manage to do it. Okay, that's big. He will pay with his life because of it. So at least in the experience department, Bleed are going to be getting something done.
But couldn't even get the supports. Kordan, he's kind of out of the game. Compared to what he's supposed to be doing at this stage, and he's being gone on.
Yeah, he's very much dead. With the line being there and Irving being level 6, it's just over.
Their Drive Ranger is doing okay networks-wise. She's not that far behind. And their Centaur is also doing okay, but he made a pit stop at Veil of Discord. They're going for a play somewhere.
Yep, there's the help for the Drow. This Drow is a way back into the game, as JaCkky's still doing amazing amounts of damage. The Storm will be jumping in. They want to kill Irving. That's gonna be a frog that gets smashed into the ground, but no frog legs just yet. It is a 1-for-1, a support for a core, but the Drow Ranger has been surrounded. Beautiful double stun. Stop it, line. Why is he destroying them so much? He's gonna have his spells back fairly soon. Gonna start draining poloson, and poloson is having a good time. He doesn't want to leave, but now will be taken down by Co7 and Bleed. It looked good for them for a second there, and it's awesome that the Storm survived. I mean, Storm does get a lot. Yeah, they are. He does get a lot of right clicks in, though, doesn't he? So I'm fine with that. Plus, with if the Drows in the vicinity, you're gonna have the extra agility, thus the extra attack speed. Storm, Sleight of Fist chains, nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Will be taken out. Finger not needed. The Lion doesn't care about the extra damage. He cares about getting another target. And
yeah, and you're dealing with sidekick, I guess, in terms of lifesteal, and Luna does like to go for a satanic at some point in the game. But all in all, I'm not feeling it. Oh, Irving might be in some trouble.
He's still gone. The Veil is just so cool, right? And it's so convenient for a center as well, because this hero does a bunch of magic damage. Sleight of Fist chains on the 2 of them instantly. There's gonna be a stampede and a stun from the line. We don't need no Tidehunter, as it's still a ward here, nicely placed. And if you want to continue, you're gonna get trapped. Jump in, hex immediately. The Lion will get caught, pulled into the Storm, and he's looking very much dead. Also, very nice placement of the Sprout. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. He is dead. The turnaround isn't gonna be there. Co7, he still has that DD. Masaros not gonna be allowed to blink. He went over to the side. Eclipse will get used. That's gonna be doing a solid amount of damage, and the Blaze bouncing finally bring down Masaros. That's a tanky boy that dies. There's another tanky boy here, the Ogre, that will be in trouble. But look at the backlines. Irving, he has found JaCkky. Nice. Here came Pike to the low ground. He will be fine. Starts smashing the Storm into the ground with the Sleight of Fist chains. His life will be over. The Blade Mail and the Primal Beast, you really can't attack him. JaCkky is trying to bait, pushes him away, but there's gonna be another onslaught. That means that JaCkky is in trouble here. In 4 seconds there will be a trample and the Veil of Discord. They need help. Taiga, he's still alive. Nobody has been targeting JaCkky. He has the Hurricane Pipe to the low ground. Now he's on the low ground, and that should mean that he's in a bad position, but not really. Doesn't get close to Paulson. Sleight of Fist chains does finish him off, and Co7 wants to go forward. Doesn't have that much mana to work with, but they have the Vision of the Night. Nice silence onto the right target, because Ulu didn't have any spells, but Ko7 doesn't get JaCkky. He does get the Ogre Magi, however. JaCkky might get pushed. No, that Hurricane Pike is doing so much. And sure, Ulu, you bring him down, Masaros. That's amazing. The Unleash will be used from Red Panda. He's gonna start attacking. Ko7 just doesn't have that much mana, but the line has found the Drow. You see that? The Stampede trying to run away. Attack from the line. It killed him when it was on the lane. Now, it's not gonna be enough. He's still alive, and Ko7 will be taking down line. You like fingering? Well, now it's gonna be the other way around, my friend. Nope. Trying to get himself away, and he will survive.
He is still queuing up the Aghanim Scepter. We're gonna see how value it's gonna be. But he is competitive. He looks really competitive against Luna right now. And Orchid reveal.
It's not good enough. Yeah, unfortunately, there's way too many things for a Storm to deal with.
You know, poking, prodding, and quick ganks rather than defending, sending there for a long fight.
Okay, I get it. There's gonna be a silence onto the Ember, the follow-up silence as well. That's a big problem. But here comes the help, the stun from the line. It is not enough. It just brings in the supports for them to get slaughtered as well. Yes, we did want 2 bonuses. Thanks for asking. And Bleed, they're gonna get 3 easy kills. Probably a tier 2 as well. There is a glyph. Okay, the next wave will probably get killed by the glyph. This is bad if they get here in time, as Luna has the BKB, the Primal Beast. Okay, luckily for them, he doesn't have it just yet. JaCkky will be taking the Aegis immediately. TP out. Smoke used, bail, run. We don't want to fight. We just ended our fight, and with JaCkky getting out, it's already a victory. That Aegis won't be dropping down. poloson TPing out. They don't find him in the tree line.
It's returning Marcy to her like release state, right? Where she could cast rebound whenever she wanted, wherever she wanted. So maybe it could work out. Oh, they find Ember Spirit. Oh, he's taking chunks of damage, but has barrier.
He'll be fine. Side of his chains. The Drow gets herself away, but Storm has found the backlines. This is a disaster. They might bring down the Drow, but overall, it is over for Bright in this fight. And the question is it over for them in this game after such a debacle of a team fight? It looked like they were the ones that wanted to initiate.
They have gotten over this obstacle where they were struggling in the laning stage in the mid game and are now. I think they are in a position to close after the after the next Roshan.
They're out of the base though, and JaCkky is coming over. There will be a silence. BKB is ready on the Primal Beast, but he doesn't really have the onslaught to run away. Silence on the line, you're going to finish him off, and no hexes, no stuns for you. Now the jump in from the center, those chains are not going to stop anything. The Drow Ranger still has the BKB. Stampede will take them away. Taiga, he has buffed his teammates with the Bloodlust. JaCkky, are you strong enough? Luna trying to do damage, doesn't have the exit for 4 seconds, trying to run away. The multicast, still not enough. The line did buy back, but Tulu, are you going to be buying back? No, because you do not have it. Line, nice stun, almost catching the Drow, not going to be good enough. Silence blinks himself away, not going to be a dieback just yet, as they're continuing with their onslaught. Red Panda will try with the TP out, will be successful at it. It is a 2-for-0, but without the Luna, what can you hope for? So the Drow has a shard, so there's the Glacier to work with. That immediately is a problem in itself for you. A rough situation for Team Bright. Stampede will get used. They're trying to find a fight, and there's the ulti from the Nature's Prophet with an Aghanim Scepter. Roots the Luna. They bring down the line. That's a dieback. Marcy will be next on the menu. The backlines, at least the Ember is trying to finish off poloson. Not going to be happening. Yulu just calls GG, as from the Glacier, he's being rained down with those frost arrows, and it will be, I'd say, an easy victory for Bleed, especially with a pretty good start for Team Bright. They had the lead, they had the control, and then it just went away like poof. I'm liking this last pick, Pango. Sure, Kunkka is gonna do well in the mid lane, but other than that, I see no downsides to the Pango in general. And what Irving was doing there, he was scaring the enemies, like punching the air or punching the bag. You know, before a boxing fight, you see your opponent punching the bag, and you're very scared about it. Lion is in trouble. That's only gonna be a one-man stun. JaCkky needs a one for it. He's burning. The burn will be enough. Lion should be used to the fires of hell, but
at the same time, you're delaying your potential over corrosion that you can use against Morphling. and you're potentially delaying your diffusal blade a little bit. And in terms of damage, Blightstone is 300 gold. You can, as a universal hero, you can just build more stats and be more survivable and maybe not die to Kanka in the mid lane.
To see the double stun here on the side of Bleed, as Taiga will continue with his clubbing of the line. He doesn't feel those hits. We just hear the boing sound whenever he punches it. Okay, that spirit's kind of sharp. The ace coming? What the hell are you doing, Irving? He's dying. He even misses on the spear, and even if he didn't, Taiga will still survive. The line is going to be next on the menu. Taiga coming in. He's going to have a stun in 3 seconds. Has the one charges. JaCkky diving. Taiga gets the hit in. There's the sticks. He's pretty fast. Faster than the line because he has boots, not walking barefooted like the line. Only has the lace, but
0 points in man train. Went for Hex. Interesting. It felt like bottom lane could be out economy, right? Like you can out economy this lane with just mana drain level 2 or 3. Mid lane they have both.
And they have the stuns. Kordan doesn't have a swashbuckler. He's very much dead. He actually had 13 wand charges. I'm kind of curious to know if he would have survived, dude. But I just couldn't see a way to implement it into such a ugly animal into a lovely hero like the Drow. Beautiful double stun. The boat is coming. That's gonna be a frog, but in water frogs do really well. Jumps inside Kordan. He cannot go for the rolling thunder. Beautiful usage of the X, and then the follow-up stuns are there to finish him off. The spear in the end wasn't needed. As Irving is trying to get something more, has the arena, won't be able to form it there, and the torrent will miss as well. Poloson, he's hoping for another Shakuchin with Arcane Rune.
And so far, his rotations haven't been on point. Now a full level behind Code 7. And that is to be expected, of course. But he's in no position to create space. Maybe Magnus is... Oh,
very dead. Return to your talk about the Magnus right now, as JaCkky, we just kind of followed as he was being destroyed.
And Team Bright, they are not upping the tempo quite yet. We are past the laning stage, we are past the very early game, and that's where Team Bright will have an advantage. They are Bolton, and Irving, he's gonna get punished for it.
Finally something will be found. Irving gets taken down. The diffusal blade on Pango. Now that's gonna be a lot of damage, but nobody actually has it, so that's kind of a bummer. Does anybody have the Lance of Pursuit? Okay, a Weaver, so that's why it looked like it. Taiga, the X-Torrent will connect. Ko7, you have to be in trouble. He only got the blade mail off. He's just dead. Ko7, there's absolutely no chance you're getting out of this one alive. Doesn't even get to use the boat. No mana, no life. A catastrophe for Team Bright.
They have the tempo, they have a bit of an advantage, they can force towers with just 4 of them, they can go for kills, they can try and find objectives, and instead they're just farming, and that's allowing Bleed to just go and attack. Kordan is in some trouble, he's Pango, I think he's gonna die, yeah, he is gonna die, but what was he waiting for? I don't know what they were waiting for, but they kind of given away the advantage by just doing nothing in terms of macro. Stun, but Taiga, not in time.
This is looking like a Weaver in trouble. He does turn back time, and okay, scratch that. It's gonna be a Lion in trouble. So much minus armor gets taken out. Need to be dealing with the swarm that was taken away by Yulu, and now he turns into Weaver, making him super speedy. 2 bugs running, but they're both the same speed. Morphling will be losing his Morphling. Well, mid lane, Ko7 again. I don't know what the hell he's doing here, Socks.
No idea.
I still think, you know, Mars gets a Shivas at some point, right? You get the Veil, it's good for your team.
It's ability damage amplification. That makes a lot of difference. Okay, now that makes a lot more sense to me. Because I kind of glossed over it. I didn't realize it was changed to just spell damage increase. Mid lane, they will find Lion with a good skewer back.
It's just that, and I really like that the Pango went in first, so that kind of confused the Lion. If he was concentrating 100%, you get the Hex on the Magnus and maybe get yourself out of that one. The ward was placed. Red Panda will get rid of it in the backlines. The boat is being used. Red Panda, with the usage of the Soul Crest, he thought he was gonna live, but a much bigger kill was made in the backlines. The 3 cores of Team Bright, they get something nice for them and aren't even gonna get chased down. This is very dangerous.
Yeah, I think it's one of the cooler... I'm not sure how useful it is, compared to, let's say...
Is going to work out, so I guess in that regard it's good.
bit of a fight. Poloson, I think he's dead. Yeah, just a finger of death. But the change is here.
Oh, nice X onto the Magnus there, and the X just not allowing him to get the line as well. This line without the blink, he's in trouble. Safety bubble, it's not gonna help you here. It gets poked right through by the TA. Oh, Ko7? No, not again. He can't die again. Gonna be using the tidal wave, trying to TP himself away. And Masaros? How didn't he see him? Okay, I guess he, even if he did, no RP and no Secure were available. You're gonna be taking the Tormentor. You can't get the minus armor.
Even though there is a BKB on morphing himself. So all in all, I don't think he is as safe as he thinks he is. Maybe with Venge behind him, he should not be the target. They're gonna go for him. Venge, oh, he's there in time. Nice play.
Yep. This is a literal time to save somebody's life. The arena will get used, but Mars inside of it, they're just gonna get destroyed. The minus armor is insane. Yulu gonna be attacked by the TA. Has to be very careful. The Silence is there. Has the Manta to remove it. BKB is still going through. Torrent Storm with quite a lot here to make problems in the fight. And Kordan will be left behind. Even with the shield crash, it's not gonna be enough for him to survive. It is a 2-for-2, but a buyback from Team Bright was used as Morphling turns into a Magnus. He gives himself more damage, and look at those punches. Poloson is looking like he's in so much trouble. He turns back time, but will be brought back by the X. Here marks the spot where we will squash and drown the bug. Actually, no, he's still alive. Poloson, is he really living through this? Do they see him? Yeah, he's fine. He gets himself away. I never thought that was gonna happen, but without the line, they didn't have the lockdown. It's gonna be a 2-for-2 with buyback being used. Again, a victory for Bleed.
Just getting an extra life, essentially, on top of Aegis. It is huge. Irving didn't get anything outside of Arena, and soon there are going to be like multiple BKBs most likely. Even Poloson has more gold than Mars, just for a second. Konka could also progress nicely. I'm not sure what he goes for. He wants BKB, but getting a refresher on top of it could be cool. Lion is in some trouble. Well, some trouble is understatement.
Yeah, in a lot of trouble. Does have a buyback if he wants to join. That's gonna be a nice torrent removing the refraction charges, but they found Red Panda. That's a hero without buyback. There's gonna be an RP. The Morphling made a mistake. He's morphing. Okay, now he's gonna be morphing into strength. That's gonna be good enough. The Rolling Thunder still doing so much, and they're gonna be destroying Ko7, who does not have a buyback with the waveform. At least the Morphling will survive. But let's see now this Bob back line with the Ados. He's in so much trouble. Cannot blink away. Doesn't even have the blink, and the Ghost Scepter is allowing you to live for a second or two longer. But Weaver will take you down. Not being 1,000 gold ahead of this Mars. The Mars will be overtaken by both of the supports of Bleed. Just not having a game there on Irving. Luckily there the Morphling had a shard. If he hadn't during that RP, he would have actually died at least once, and then who knows what would have happened in the Morphling with the haste. He's going to the backlines. He's gonna get skewered into his first death. What the hell is he doing? Taiga doesn't have a stun for 3 seconds, but the question is, can he get out of this one? Removes the silence. You can remove them all. Yes, I can. BKB, waveform away, but that's an 8-second BKB down the drain for a Morphling.
I mean, they just used Aegis and BKB and gained absolutely nothing, and now Rolling Thunder is coming in.
Yeah, it's coming in. It's gonna be a dead Vengeful Spirit. No buyback. The Lion next on the menu does have the Ghost Scepter to protect himself, but it doesn't protect you from the Rolling Thunder and the amazing damage of Kordan. The X will be there, and the Rolling Thunder will last long enough for him to be fine. Irving with the BKB will protect himself from the signs, but can you protect yourself from the amazing physical damage he puts into the arena just to run away like a coward? Kordan, he got X'd out of the arena, so he'll be fine. Actually, that was just a blink, as they're looking towards Ko7, who has nobody to protect him. And Yulu, the one who started this whole mess, just went away and left his team stranded, as now the base will be next to the menu. You have to defend, but you don't have anything to defend with Socks.
Are Bleed Esports just that far ahead of everyone else with their names? We'll find out soon enough, but for now, they're not calling GG on the side of Bright. They actually want to defend their throne, and Team Bleed, they got to choose fights whenever they wanted when playing against Kamka, Lion, Venge. And they were the ones choosing the fights, right? The enemy team has all the stance, all the initiations, and then you still get the first move advantage. Now Red Panda is in some trouble.
That's huge. They bring down the Penguin. Him having the Nemesis Scourge just means that he dies even faster. Poloson turns back time. The spear will connect him onto the tree, but he's gonna be inside of the arena. Poloson there trying to get himself out. Doesn't have the ulti any longer. The Weaver is looking like he's in a ton of trouble and has to run away. The rest of Bleed, they can't do anything. Only a 5-man RP could change something here. And Tier 3 does go down, Socks, but the Raxes are still standing.
And it's a naked throne on the other side, right? So
Yep.
it's not like they're fully recovering. Oh, jump in!
They're going for JaCkky. If they bring it on, it's going to be huge, but he got the BKB off, and now the Lion's looking very much dead. Both of the supports are looking very much dead, but the Venture Spirit comes for buying back immediately. The Torrent Storm, the Arena, everything is used. How much damage can he actually do? The Stolen Swarm from the Morphling trying to do something. poloson, he's under a sentry, needs to be very careful, losing armor rapidly. Morphling, though, he's going to use the BKB, beautifully done before Taiga gets the stun in, trying to finish him off. Kordan goes in with the shield crash, doesn't care about him taking 8% more damage, and Morphling will be taken down by the Swordsbuckle. Finally, he dies. That's the first death of his in the game. And Irving, he is just burning down as Taiga is coming in to put in more hurt. That's gonna be a very dead Mars. In the end, Taiga is the one who gets the kill. And Team Bright, they don't have their Morphling. They don't have anything to defend their base with now.
They gave us a show. I'll give them that. They are... I want to applaud them. When they were losing 20k, they're gonna call Gina. But then when they were losing 20k, they didn't give up immediately. They didn't, you know, just say, okay, we're gonna lose and we're gonna go through lower bracket. No, they gave us one fight that they were supposed to kind of be giving us for a little bit longer from the like minute 15 onwards, but at least they've shown us that they are not completely morally destroyed by bleed.